there is an issue, but we have that ability to address it.
Chief, one of my favorite programs is the DARE program. Can you let the folks know out there what that program is and how effective it's been?
I consider it one of the most effective things that we've done in the city and in the police department. What the DARE program is a 10-week course of instruction taught by our police officers, a select few who have been specially trained. And what they do is teach kids, and it's 5th graders. We teach it at the 5th grade level in every school in Milpitas.
Public and private
Public
school.
and private, yes. And we give them the tools that they can use that will help them deal with and resist situations that involve drug use, gangs, or other inappropriate behavior. And it also helps them to help each other stay and engage in positive behavior.
So we've been active here. I mean, DARE is a broader program as well. I mean, other communities use DARE as well, I understand.
Yeah.
Are there any statistics or research that shows the effectiveness of that program as we look at the ability to help kids resist those sort of temptations that are out there?
To measure the program. That's
exactly.
a good question.
Yes, and in fact, it's regularly reviewed, and it changed, the whole course format changed about 5 or 6 years ago based on feedback from those reviews, so we're constantly improving them. And I'll tell you that one result we see of that program right here in Milpitas is it's been going on since the mid-1980s, and we now have officers that are coming into our police department that first had their interest in law enforcement sparked by being students in our 5th grade DARE classes.
Yes, that's amazing, yes.
Well, and that's the way that you have an opportunity, I imagine, to touch young people in a positive sort of role as a police officer, as opposed to,
It's probably the best benefit of the program.
And it's interesting we bring this up. I know Todd had that down as a question, but that adds value to the community. I mean, when people move to this community or they become part of the Milpitas community, they need to understand all these different components. It's a free service that's provided within the public schools for residents, and there's value there.
And well, there's tangible benefits. Are there other ways that the police department here works with the public, outreach programs and things that you're doing?
Yes, we have many outstanding programs, including our volunteer programs. One of them, the citizen volunteers. It used to be called senior volunteers, but we changed it at their request, and we lowered the age limit at which you can join. So if you're 21 years or older, you can join this program. And many people in Milpitas, I'm sure, have seen our volunteers around town providing child ID fingerprinting, helping us out at DUI checkpoints, working within the police department, assisting us in records. They attend DARE graduations and help with that. And there's a whole variety of other things that they do, including some of them actually take our criminal cases down to the district attorney's office. So it's a full range of activities that they support the police department in. And then we also have a youth volunteer program, our Explorers, for kids aged 15 to 21.
Chief, let me ask you a real estate related question.
All right.
After you're done and spotting on the show, Todd and I will talk about real estate statistics and mortgage updates, and that's basically how the show is developed, but we had different community leaders on like yourself. To a real estate level, when I deal with buyers, they are taken the task, if they want to check a database for registered sex offenders in the neighborhood that they're looking to purchase in. And the burden is on the buyer in our real estate law to look for that. Where would such a person be able to find that information?
Very easily. Nowadays it's available right on the internet. And if they Google search, say, put California Megan's Law website, and that'll get them to a website where they can search a neighborhood by zip code. So for Milpitas, it's pretty easy. You have one zip code.
We do, yeah.
And you plug that in, and then it'll show you photographs and the whereabouts where all registered sex offenders live.
Well, I know I've done that for my property. I put my address in, and it'll show within the vicinity around my neighborhood, those those addresses where there is a registered sex offender.
And I use it too, and it's very easy to use.
Okay, great.
Oh, good. We'll talk a little bit about the police force and the actual folks who serve us here in the Milpitas community. How many of those folks actually make Milpitas their home? Do we have a lot of officers who live here or close by?
Yes, over 11% of our officers live in Milpitas, including myself. And beyond that, also, we have many officers that went to high school here, or as I mentioned, they went through our DARE program,
Mm-hmm.
and they may have moved out of the city, but they maintain strong ties here. Their parents may still live here, their friends, relatives. So we have quite a few connections with the community that way.
And I would think that those officers are a great asset to the community, knowing it inside and outside.
Absolutely. They just give us great insight
And I
into what's
think,
going on.
again, that's probably why your police force is so strong and has such a great reputation, is probably a few of those elements are very key to have that
Yes,
within your
absolutely.
police force, yeah.
Well, terrific. Dennis, are there any challenges that you see here in the future in terms of kind of the police force and trends? And I mean, what are some of the things you're focusing on?
Well, one of the things is we want to keep a lid on gang activity. It's really a statewide problem, but in Milpitas, it's at a very, very low level relative to other cities. And so we want to make sure we're on top of that. So we put the resources into dealing with that. We have 2 gang officers, our SROs at the high school, work closely on preventing gang participation and criminal activity. And in fact, our police department was a semi-finalist in the International Association of Police Chiefs Award in 2008 for our program at Milpitas High School, where we worked with the school authorities to develop a anti-gang program that would address gang attire, gang behavior before they engage in criminal activity. And it really resulted in a striking decrease in the number of assaults on campus.
Oh, good. You know, one of the things that really strikes me just in our conversation this afternoon is the proactive nature of our force here in Milpitas. You're not sitting back waiting for things to happen, but looking at how we continue to make this a safe community.
We're going to get flagged down. We need to wrap up, but I want to, Chief, at least let the viewers know about a opportunity that they can participate in the National Night Out.
Oh, yes. Excellent program.
Yeah, excellent program, year after year. It's done on an annual basis, and I understand that different, folks, residents within the community will host an event locally in their neighborhood, bringing those neighbors together, folks from the police department, the fire department,
Yes.
different public entities come out.
And I'll be out there.
You'll be out there. What date? Do you know the date yet, or?
You know, the date escapes me, but it's the first Thursday in August.
Okay, great. First Thursday in August. And what number can they call, or how would they, if they are interested in doing a neighborhood night out at their home, where can they set that up?
Okay, call Sergeant Daryl Sequeira in our Community Relations Unit at 586-2527.
Great.
Terrific. Hey,
Terrific.
Chief, it's been great having you this afternoon on the show, and
Yes.
great work that you
I
and
learned
the folks are doing
lot.
here to keep us, our Milpitas community, safe and a great place to live.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.